Hello guys, this is JustSomeTechie, and today I'm officially 25 years old. Living in the chaotic times we're in is rough, and it's hard to feel like we're going anywhere. If you're feeling lost, or looking for some direction to go in life, you came to the right video. Whether you're turning 25 just like me, younger and figuring things out, or older and curious what someone my age has learned, here's some life advice from me at 25. First things first, social media isn't everything. I have made a video talking about how social media messes with you, so if you want to check it out real quick and come right back, there should be a card in the top right hand corner that will take you there. But anyway, it's very easy to fall in the trap social media lays for us. Whether it's rage baiting, bad takes, current events, just anything that comes your way that's negative is simply trying to reel you in and keep you on the platform. Here's the thing, some will spend hours a day engaging in negativity or feel like they have to prove something to strangers on the internet. Ironically, I love this post by Layla Hormozi. If a stranger knocked on your door and insulted you, you'd slam it in their face, yet you'll spend hours arguing with strangers online and let it ruin your day. This is something I feel millions of people fall under with the latter. It's one thing to casually disagree with someone and do it in a civil manner, it's another to stroke your ego. I don't think a lot of people realize how much time they actually spend on these platforms a day. If you're curious, look at your screen time or your battery to see what you're on and for how long. You'd be surprised how much it adds up over time, especially if you see how much time you spent on it over the span of a week, then do some math to figure out how long you're on it for a month or a year. Next up, perfection is a facade. I can fall victim to this myself, but I feel like I have to do things at the perfect time to get the most gain. The truth is, if you're constantly chasing the perfect opportunity for everything in life, you'll be chasing it forever because there's no such thing as a perfect opportunity. There's always going to be faults in everything, and even decisions you make that seem good. Things happen or don't always go to plan, and even if you do find the supposed perfect opportunity, you might not even act on it and want to wait for an even better one. Just stop that thinking and start taking actions towards things you want to accomplish. Whether it's a hobby you want to get into, an investment you want to make, a relationship you want to start, simply starting and constantly working towards something will get you what you want sooner than taking comfort and waiting for something that may never come. Quit procrastinating and make a move. I can't tell you how many times I've put things off, whether it's making my content creation comeback I started earlier this year, or things like investing at the right time. You're more likely to gain than to lose if you actually make an effort to start something, no matter if it was a good or bad start. You have nothing to gain and all to lose by doing nothing. You may have heard this many times while you're young. You have so much time on your hands to figure out what you want to do in life. Time is on your side, but start sooner. Kind of going off my previous point, but the sooner you start something, the sooner you can fail and learn what to do right. To a point, I feel when I'm told I have all the time in the world to figure out what to do with my life, it just enables me to push things off, which leads to regret that I didn't start sooner. If you even have an inkling of interest in doing something, then there's no time like the present to start. Take advantage of having free time and better health to set up your life for success. One day, we might start feeling our age physically, or life happens. Our RNG, so to speak, could screw us one day, and you may even start to regret not starting something you want to do sooner. Your time could eventually be occupied by other things, like if you wanted to start a family, advancing your career, or unexpected life events. If you don't do anything about it now, it will come back to visit you in the form of regret. While you're young, take smarter risks. What do I mean by that? Simply put, you want to take risks, but ones that will genuinely improve or have the chance to improve your life. Whether that's moving to a new city to grow professionally, cutting off toxic friendships, learning new skills, or taking on a side hobby. While trying not to repeat points ad nauseum, you should be open to failure sooner to learn quicker. Becoming more minimalist can have its benefits too. You're not throwing money at things you may not use, and you have more available income to use towards taking on risks. I honestly think I became more minimalist naturally as I got older. The less you have to worry about, the better. I'm also no financial advisor, but investing instead of just saving your money can help you progress financially. Whether you want to invest in stocks or crypto, it's an option worth exploring. But note, there's always the risk you can lose everything. All in all, if a risk you take doesn't pay off and you have to start at square one again, You have more time to get back up and understand what went wrong and what to do better next time. Whether you like this or not, you won't always have the same friends. When our brains are still developing, even as young adults, our views and opinions can change easily. That's because our frontal lobe is responsible for that, and it reaches completion at or around age 25. Things you may have thought when you were a teenager can very much change or become vice versa in the years following. Naturally, you may not see eye to eye with people you were friends with anymore. You may not share the same goals or interests as you once did. Chances are, out of high school or college, you may not even talk to the people you used to talk to again, even in the age of social media. And that's okay. People always come and go out of your life. We are in the age range where we're still trying to discover what we want out of life. If you have to cut out toxic friendships you feel aren't moving you forward, by all means do so. Some are content with having their heads up their ass. If you've given someone plenty of chances to change for the better, whether it's a friend or partner, and they refuse, then there's no point wasting your time to convince them otherwise. Ignorance is bliss to many people. Some of you may have clicked on the video because of this, but fuck what people think of you. Whether it's on social media, at your job, or even in a toxic friend group, these people don't dictate what you do in life, nor should you let people that don't even like themselves tell you you ain't shit. Now of course you should be able to take criticism if it's legitimate and avoid being a narcissist, but if people are getting on you because you don't agree with them on some trivial bullshit, or don't like you showcasing your accomplishments, fuck them. There's been many times I can simply mention I got or did something, and there's always some sourpuss that comes in with a passive-aggressive, good for you, or a, well not all of us are able to get or do such and such. Like, don't get on me because you don't want to put in the work yourself, you know? Don't get mad at me for your shortcomings. People like that just ain't worth your energy. Some also love to project their problems onto you too. Jealousy is insanely strong in those who are not satisfied with their life situation. It's purely a defense mechanism to make themselves feel better by passing it off to someone else. Just take it as free engagement that only helps you grow. Here's a sub point to branch off of that. Learn how to say no and set boundaries. Being a yes man is not beneficial in the slightest. Allowing behaviors or actions to be enabled because you don't want to speak up is not going to solve issues at hand. While I can absolutely understand avoiding potential conflict, not doing anything will only fuel a future conflict to happen. However someone takes the criticism is on them. Setting the standards from the beginning can help alleviate potential conflicts, but they can still happen. Instead of talking behind someone's back to other people, talk your problems head on with who you're having issues with. I highly respect someone who is honest and can admit when they fuck up than someone who wants to be in denial of everything. Maybe this point loops back to some previous points, but you should invest in yourself. Eating right, sleeping right, your physical health, your mental health, you shouldn't neglect any of them. What you eat and your quality and how much you sleep play a massive role in how you function on the daily. Eating fast food most of the time and pulling all-nighters is not going to go well for you long term. Not only that, being heavier can really affect your energy too. Before I started to lose weight, I was getting to the point where moving around and doing a lot felt more taxing. Being heavier increases your risk of sleep apnea, your mental health may decline if you suffer from worse self-esteem. It's an experience not worth dealing with. You don't have to be some gym bro or a health-obsessed nutjob like Brian Johnson. No disrespect to him, of course. I can absolutely respect what he's doing. But getting your sleep under control and incorporating some healthier options will help you. Prepping your meals and using tools to help you keep track of what you eat throughout the day is beneficial. Same for sleep. If you live with other people and they tell you you often snore in your sleep, it's probably worth getting a sleep study done to see if you have sleep apnea. Waking up feeling unrested or waking up sometimes gasping for air are also signs you might have sleep apnea, as well as still feeling tired throughout the day, even if you sleep 7 to 8 hours. I struggle with it myself. It can hinder your energy. It can also cause health issues down the road if you let it slip for so long. Lastly, you only have you at the end of the day. Yes, it's important to have social interactions, as humans are social creatures. However, you won't always have someone there for you, and that's a hard but important truth to accept. I've had plenty of moments where I wanted to talk about what was going on in my life, only to feel like nobody was really listening, even among people I thought I could count on. Learning how to rely on yourself and be your own supporter is one of the strongest skills you can develop. You can either be your biggest cheerleader or your own worst enemy. If you're dealing with self-esteem issues or struggling with your mental health, please know you're far from alone. I've been through some dark chapters in my late teens and early 20s, times when I felt like things would never get better or questioned if I even mattered, and I've also experienced loss because of mental health, which is something that leaves a mark on you forever. But here's the truth, things can change. Help is out there. Whether it's therapy, depending on where you work, you can get it discounted or free, support groups, or even online communities, reaching out isn't a weakness, it's strength. And if you just need a place with positive energy, my Discord server is always open. Life is heavy sometimes, but you're not meant to carry it all by yourself. The fact you're still here is proof you're resilient. I hope you all have learned something out of this roughly 11 minutes of life advice I have to share. Turning 25 is a little conflicting, as while I embrace it, I still question what I've truly done in life. There's many moments in my young adulthood where I wish I did something sooner that benefited myself, or wish I did one thing instead of another. But like I've said, perfection is a facade. All you can do is strategize how to move forward. Let me know if this kind of content helps you guys out. There will be more tech videos to come, don't worry. I am absolutely ready to take on more challenges and even work on bigger videos. Always will continue to deliver quality, no BS tech content for you all. Thank you all so much for listening or watching if you made it to the end. You all make content worth doing. I'm JustSomeTechie. Catch you on the next one. See ya then.